Let me pull up something on the side as well and see what it looks like. Let me see how it looks when I start switching screens. That looks a lot better right there, I think. It's not blurry at all. It still gets kind of blurry. I definitely think it's better though. No, it's still doing that blur. What do you think, Ben? Does it look any better than the other one? There we go. Now we're on day chart. ALSN. This one is definitely going to be on watch for tomorrow. So it's been respecting this uptrend. and we've finally broken through this downtrend, and we are resting on top of that. We just went positive, positive. Any open price above 43, and specifically 42.80, I would say that you could probably jump in market. If it gaps up, you can buy the gap fill where it gaps up. Closing price of the day is 43.20. So any gap up, you can put orders right off that gap. And I think you can bare minimum run this up to this gap up here, which is a 3.7% trade. If you're lucky, you can break over top of this high and so forth. Looks pretty good. AutoNation, clear channel, descending channel that it has, but it does have this confirmed higher low now that it's starting to go positive, positive. This is able to, I want to see it get rejected off of this downtrend, see it respect it, and then buy the consolidation period into the middle of this move right here. More than likely, probably around that 113.50 range right there, have this slope up, and then you want to see it break the downtrend. Bare minimum, you can run it up probably to this downtrend, and if you're lucky, you can get a break out over top of this previous high that you have. So I'm looking at these two wicks. So breakout price, you're looking at 126 probably, down to that 125.50 right there, and then have an out for that gap fill, and you can hold the rest for breakout a new high. Doesn't look that bad. We'll leave it up for right now. So let's see if we can go. So next, no, that one's not good. BLDR. This gnarly gap up right here, so probably not going to be messing with this. But it is only, oh, this is a 30-minute chart. Yeah, it's trying the breakout, has a nice U shape. Clear uptrend right here, and another uptrend right there. If this can wedge above this previous high price right here, that would be a confirmed break of this downtrend. Potential run back up to the all-time high. BLDR, a little bit overextended. It'd be more of a shorter time frame, I would say. The entry realistically was probably on this last one right here. As you're breaking over top of this high, boom, consolidation. Could have got faked out a little bit, and now this is where the breakout price is. We're not going to mess with that. BPOP, we traded this today, so I am probably going to have this chart up. It wanted to break over top of this previous high. We still have this gap fill intact, and another gap fill. Plenty of gaps that need to be filled down here, but I do think that it could potentially break this downtrend that it has, get back to the top of this channel. They do have earnings coming up, so keep that in mind. But we are just finally setting a close positive. That's another thing. So open price tomorrow, pretty crucial. BYD, this did kind of set a bullish close, I would say. Closes above the high from Tuesday, or that would have been Monday. And any gap up above this high price right here, and this is probably gonna at least fill this gap right here at 58.70. But you could be setting up for a retest of the top end of this channel. Now, I like how the chart's set up right there. Yeah, it doesn't look half bad. We are also getting ready to go positive and positive right here. So yeah, any open price above that, and you could probably take a trade on Boyd Gaming Corporation. So we'll leave that one up. Cardinal Health said that it looked like a short, and it's looking like it's going to continue to be a short. Here is the official crossover to the negative. So on this red candle, you're taking the breakout of these low prices right here. You know, if you didn't want to take the entry right here, you definitely want to take it on this wick. And this is increased selling pressure as you're getting to the bottom of this EMA. And now here is your breakdown of this low. Boom. Probably get a price potentially down into this range again. So potential take on this, you know, 10 to 13%. Not terrible. This is really kind of getting close to breaking this downtrend. Now, I don't know how accurate this downtrend is, so I don't know if there's any respect to it, but it is building a nice U shape right here. Respecting this uptrend, and if this is actually a downtrend right here, you know, we do set a close above it. Got a gnarly gap up right here, so keep in mind we could be having a consolidation trade back down to this gap. Cocoa. Watch out. Anything related with cocoa. Calling it on stream right now that this is getting ready to break out. If it breaks that downtrend right there, look at this wedge pattern right here. You have a left leg, a right leg, you back test the neckline. Here's your neckline right here. I'll mark it so you guys can see it. And where do we come down to? Right to that neckline before we start this wedge pattern. Potential breakout price for cocoa. You know, your first extension up here at, where are we at? Over 5,000. So let's take that fib tool out and let's see, from current price, you take the breakout, maybe buy the back test of the top of all of this resistance right here. So you break out over top, you back test the top of it, maybe even down to this downtrend, top end of it, and potential breakout price to your first extension, 77%. Not terrible. So yeah, anything related with cocoa, I would advise to be with caution, on cocoa. But we don't need that chart up. Now I like to look at this a lot better on a week chart. Here's your consolidation of the previous highs right here. This is CE. I don't even know how to pronounce that. CE is the ticker. But on a week chart, we are about to go positive right here. I bet this day chart looks fairly decent. Yeah, so nice extension price. Realistically, your entry. Here's where you go positive and positive on the gap up. You know, does have a bad gap, so maybe not on this one, but here's, as it breaks over top of this high right here, it looks really good. We don't need to have that up. CF, nope. 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 This does look like, nope, nothing there. COMP, we did hold a piece of this to the close. We've been taking plenty of our profits here. Bought the consolidation on top of this EMA, hoping for a potential breakout of this long-term wedge, our long-term downtrend right here. And we actually got it. I can't believe it. We had outs early today. I'll go to a 15-minute chart. And our first outs, I mean, we were just printing away on this. And then it kind of failed right here. I took the chart away and I said that I was holding the rest. I didn't care. And we end pretty bullish right here. Closing above this EMA on a 15-minute. Huge volume coming in. Let's go see what the after hours was for this. If the after hours was anything, then we might be getting a nice little payday on Compass. Yeah, it's gonna open green potentially, so we are gonna keep this on watch. We're gonna look to take more profits. We left off cows. Have the cows on your watch list. It's gonna be open for me. Uh, so ticker COWZ. This should be on a watch list, I think. You go positive, positive. You have the consolidation the previous day. You gap up, you fill that gap. This is just waiting to break out right here. If you get a breakout price of 50 flat, go figure at 50 flat. If you get that breakout price, you're gonna send for all-time highs. Potential extensions for the cows. That breakout price is your second extension. Potential price up to this range, 36 to 50% potential run on this. I think it's looking pretty good. Yeah, we are going to keep that up. CrowdStrike, it's just not there yet. I'm not going to lie, I do have just a extremely small position, 2 shares. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm already told myself that this is probably going to keep going down. But I am going to respect the bottom end of this channel right here that's kind of trading in. So call this a channel. I'm looking for a move back into this area. We want this to move back positive and a positive right there. But I like CrowdStrike. We're gonna potential moves to the downside if this wants to keep respecting this channel. Hit back test the neckline at $69, so give or take a range right in there. Yeah, we don't need to have CrowdStrike up. Cisco building a nice U shape. Doesn't look half bad for a breakout price of this 50, 51 range. We don't need that up though. CTRA. CTRA is the ticker. Open price above this. I can see it already. We open down, we fill this gap, and it starts turning green. And then eventually, probably not tomorrow, but the day after, this is going to turn positive and it's going to go retest this downtrend right here. I have too much on the chart, but I could definitely see it pushing back up to this tops at 30. Not a bad return, but not there yet. Almost. Gonna look to keep taking profits on this position. It's got to get over top of this high, but I have the gap fill ready to go. If we want to make a run and get really bullish, I am going to have outs right there and outs at this upper 68.50 gap. But we are positive on both of the commodities, and we are breaking through this downtrend, so doesn't look half bad. Airlines are bullish, still bullish. It is respecting this downtrend that we have drawn in right here. This is DAL, but you also have a gap fill at upper 39s, way in the overbought. So expect a pullback price probably to this 36 flat area, which is, if I clear the chart, which is the previous high right here. Here's your previous high. Boom, boom, right at the gap fill. So look for a dip buy opportunity potentially on DAL, Delta Airlines. Dropbox. Early signs of a potential U shape, but I could see this getting slammed at this downtrend that we have set right here. triple tops. Got a wedge pattern that could pan out. It might not be the trade yet. If it wants to start breaking through this downtrend, could maybe dip into some shares, but maybe just not yet. But nonetheless, it is positive, setting a close above the EMA. Potential gap up over top of this. Very unlikely, but I could see it gapping up. Dell closes below the EMA, could gap up above that, but I think this looks like it's getting ready to get rejected. Dino just keeps trading sideways, so barcoding sideways. It's got to pick a direction. This is setting up for a flat bottom breakdown to the trend line that we have set right here. We have this parallel channel, and I could definitely see this setting up for a flat bottom breakdown. Boom, right down to the trend line, and then we turn bullish, maybe potentially back up to the uptrend. So you're not necessarily buying right off the trend line. You want to see it start turning up, get over top of these previous lows. So you get the trend line. You probably get rejected initially right here. You set a double bottom, you get on top of that. Now we can look at taking the trade. So not quite yet, but we do have it on watch. DOW, nope, nothing. DVN, just want to see an open price above this moving average, 60.50. DVN, Devon Energy Corporation, getting ready to go positive. We are already positive right here. Breakout price probably that 64 flat. It is broken through this downtrend, and it's respecting the uptrend. A couple different ways you could look at an uptrend, but yeah, and this breakout price up here runs all the ways back to 2014. So not a terrible look right there. DXC Technology Company. We are positive. You have the people buying this. Definite buying pressure right there. It is a red candle, but this could be a gap up above this 28.60. But then you have the downtrend right here. So you gotta be careful with this downtrend. Pretty parallel channel. You know, it's gonna pick a direction. Wait for it to pick a direction, then you can think about taking a trade on it. EAF still just nursing the position. Not a terrible looking bull flag right there. You want to see it continue to hold this uptrend right there. I'm sure if you go to a 15-minute chart, you're going to have this uptrend. If it breaks this uptrend, you're going to come down to this gap fill. So you want to see it open above this uptrend. Breakout price, 17.50, you can call it. Reclaims back positive, so it went negative for a little bit right there. Anyone who went short at the breakout of this price, they would have had to have outs at this uptrend right here. Now I'd say that this uptrend's confirmed. The day before we set a close below, so you can't take the trade. Well, now we're setting a close here. If this opens up above 109, I'd say you're gonna have people interested in buying this. And if you take the trade down here, your breakout price is the top of this wick that was on Monday. But you do have a gap fill that's got to fight through. But then I think it looks pretty good to break over top of these highs potentially. This is EXPD, Expediers International. We did just go positive on Expedia Group. And nice volume increase right there. We gap up over top of the downtrend. You know, how accurate was this downtrend? I don't really know. Sometimes I just draw stuff to see what it looks like. But yeah, it does have a descending channel right here when you look at it from this perspective. So is it going to respect this downtrend? you know, I don't know. Fang, Diamondback Energy. Let's clear the chart. So it doesn't look half bad. Held this support very well right at the gap fill. So it fills the gap, gets rejected, holds that support, and now we are actually gapping up over top of this. Plenty of wick buyers right here. This is about to go positive. Breakout price on Diamondback Energy, 144.75. And first gap at 156, so not a bad potential return. You take the breakout, 8%. If you're able to maybe wait for this gap to get filled and then wait for it to start building a U shape, this is where you could maybe take the trade right here. But then if it starts to build in the U shape, then you definitely probably want to take this potential breakout. I shouldn't say you should want to. You should definitely monitor that. Fox really starting to break through this downtrend right here. Doesn't look half bad. Set to close for a new high. I'd want to see it continue to open above this downtrend. FVRR continuation. You know, you did have a gap fill right here that's set to close at basically. So I'd want to know if it filled that gap in after hours. But if it didn't, I'm probably looking at dip buys on this, even though I have a position. Dip buy opportunity at 31.50 meets up perfectly. Of course it does, right? And probably 31 flat. You know, it is a deep red candle down to that, but if this starts building a U shape, you're looking at potential outs. It could potentially break over top of this 42, but it does have quite a bit of resistance that's going to have to fight through to get to that. Definitely going to be one we keep up on for the morning. So let's go pick up where we left off. GILD. Nope, not yet. Nope. HPQ. Same scenario. That Dell seems to kind of look like this, but I think HPQ looks actually quite a bit better. It did pay a dividend. You already got through the sellers from the dividend, built this channel, broke up on top of that channel. You could, I mean, this was identified as a potential buying opportunity. I don't even remember. I don't remember if I had a. I don't remember if I had an order off of this, but this should be one to watch for tomorrow. If it gets good volume off that gap and breaks this downtrend, and it looks pretty good. You got a confirmed higher low, potential run over top of this price back up to this gap up at 34.50. It's already identified on the chart everything that needs to be cut. But yeah, HVQ doesn't look that bad. We'll leave that up. HRB, H&R Block. I think this is my short play. I'm not short on it, but I think it's potential that we see this price come down to this downtrend. This is starting to curl up, but we're far into the negative. And look how we set this green candle. I think this is very baity. Very baity because we set a close right at this previous low. Watch it just gap down briefly and then give it up. And then this is going to build a U shape, an upside down U. I don't know if you call that an N, but this is where the shorters are going to say, hey, we're going to break this low price and we're going to have something that drives down to here. So let's say you don't take the trade here, but as it's forming it, you take it from like 36.50 break, 16% run to the downtrend, which is your uptrend on this. So watch out with H&R Block. Intel looks like continuation. You know, you are coming up to these previous highs. You could have a potential out at this 3067 gap fill right there. So we'll have an out for Intel right there, but it looks really good to potentially break over top of this 3150 and run for a nice return up at these upper 39s. So from current run, he still has another 30% potential to run, but I could see it just start forming this channel right here. So I am looking to have an out up at this top end of this, or low 30s. I am looking to have an out right there. Doesn't look half bad though. Confirmed higher low. Could potentially be starting this wedge pattern right here. But you could say that it's already broke on top of this downtrend. We are putting wicks into the top of it, fairly gap free. Yeah, we could keep Intel on here, but I already got HPQ. I'll have a good understanding of what it's looking like. IMVA. Keep this one on watch for a short and for a long. You know, this is getting ready to pick a direction. I mean, let me just clear this chart and redraw this for you guys. First off, shorters are saying, hey, gap fill down here, setting a flat bottom, breakdown, back to the gap. The longs are saying, hey, flat top, this is potential flat top breakout, and we could be set for a run up to the 1633 gap. So to the downside, 12%, to the upside, 21%. You know, if you're trying to go long in this and you're not putting a stop below this wick or these lows, very ballsy. You know, you could run that stop lower, but because you have this descending channel right here. That's a pretty confirmed, but you know, it's going to pick a direction right here. So there's your wedge, there's your descending channel. It is looking fairly bullish. We have increased volume. We set a close positive, positive. I think this one should be on watch for tomorrow for sure. If it gaps up over top of 1350, this is getting ready for a breakout. Now, this could just be faking people out. It's already faked people out multiple times in this. But I think tomorrow could be the day, because we get this third point of contact on this uptrend. You have 1, 2, 3 points of contact right there. That could be the catalyst for this to finally break out. Yeah, we're going to leave this one up. Lift off on IMVA, so don't like it. You know, it could be holding this support right here. Don't like it. Don't like it. Kroger. Potential short. If it gives up this trend line this time, you could be looking for a breakdown of this 42 flat. Neckline down here at 31, so there's your short potential. But you also have this top that it resistance, support, support, and builds this uptrend right here. So you do have this uptrend working for you. I don't know how accurate this is, but potential uptrend could be in play right there. I'm not touching it. Light. We did mess around with light a little bit today. Held a little bit to the close. So I'm going to keep this chart up right here. You do have this gap that just barely didn't get filled on, that would have been Tuesday. And then today, you gap up, you fill the gap, and Now I'm just looking for it to take out this high price, and this is where we're looking to add to position 57.50, give or take. Have an uptrend, you went positive, you're positive, you can take the trade, potential outs, up here at this gap fill, and hold the rest for a cross. Yeah, we'll leave that one up. Don't like it. Building a nice U shape right here. Doesn't look half bad. OPX. Yeah, looks pretty good. Probably would have wanted to take the trade right here. So kind of miss your breakout. But LPX doesn't look half bad. Potential dip buys back into this 63.50, give or take, and then the previous wick. LSTR, no, same scenario. Looks like it's gonna get rejected right here. Doesn't look bad for a breakout back up to the top end of this channel. Potential short back down to the trend line as well though. Lumen, we are holding some Lumen. And we did just go positive, so we are going to keep this on watch. Potential gap up right here. And a long... Yeah, it's trying to act like it wants to get back inside of this channel. You know, if it can, you know, call me crazy, but, you know, if this ran back up to the top end of this channel, we're looking at 80% run. Potential gap up. I think we should leave this one up as well. LUMN. Lumen Technologies. LYB still just nursing the position, but we did break over top of this. Our next out that we're looking for is 96.10. If it gets close to it and starts to show rejection, we are going to cut down on that position, but really good entries on this. And I do not think that, yeah, break of the downtrend. You guys call me crazy on this. Look at this. Potential gap up at the downtrend. Boom, gaps up. Beautiful entries right here, guys. Right when we went positive, positive. Had all the signs there for you to take the trade. LYV. Now this looks pretty good. You get 3 nice candles of increasing volume. You expect to see a red candle on the next one. It still sets a green candle. We did just go positive, positive. Live Nation Entertainment. This has a pretty good look. But also a nice descending channel with a gap fill at 56. So be careful at the top end of this channel. But does not look half bad. Macy's. We were looking at Macy's a little bit today because it did just go positive, positive. Macy's, and it did fill the gap with a strong candle. Potential gap up and then dip buy right at the open that doesn't reach the gap, but your breakout price right here at 22.50 probably is where that battle is going to take place. If you can get back on top of this high, this looks really good for a run. You have the uptrend starting. There's your channel right there. If you're talking about taking an entry right here, you get a breakout of this price, top end of that channel, 25%. Maybe a run up to the all-time high, or the previous high at least. Oh, when you zoom out, let's go to a weekly chart on this. You see this inverse head and shoulders, boom, 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 boom. Inverse head and shoulders, and now it's starting to build a channel up. Yeah, I would say Macy's is potentially a long right here. And it's already showing you signs right here. See how it's got this fan pattern right here? Cone pattern, I meant to say. Early signs that, Macy's is getting ready to probably go bullish. I I feel like all I've heard is negative news on Macy's. And yeah, it looks pretty good from a chart perspective, I gotta say. Yeah, we can leave Macy's up. Man, looking for a flat top breakout now. You want to see it start building a U shape, and then here's your breakout price to the top end of this downtrend. Got a lot to work with, got a nice uptrend. Long term, yeah, let's go to our month chart for this. Long term, you have a nice channel, and if we're talking about buying at the breakout of this, if you're able to push this downtrend eventually, talking about potentially run to the top end of this channel again. 132%. 132% potential right there. Not bad. Matt X. It is trying to build this wedge pattern, but double top. Just this candle is the tell all day. We'll zoom into it. This candle is the tell all day that this is double top. Respects the downtrend. You could have a potential short right here, but they could throw a wrench into it. This is about to turn positive down here. If I zoom into it, about to turn positive. We already are positive. Breakout price of this is probably that previous wick right there. That's your confirmation that this downtrend is done for. And this downtrend's been working for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of contact with that downtrend. McKissick, it looks like it really wants to set another all-time high price, but this has gone on a run, so be careful with this one. But it does. Let's just zoom out, clear the chart. I mean, you guys got your run. Yeah, it looks like it's actually trying to break out of this wedge right here. Oh, look at that. This looks like it's going to eventually push this high, I would say. Top of the move, bottom of the move. Yeah, it looks good for another leg up to this 460 potentially. But yeah, it does not look terrible. Let's see this one. Okay, now it's a little bit different story. This is right at the top for a full extension right here. This should be marked on your chart if you're looking to mess with this at all, because this is a little bit scary. A little bit scary. If it fails to break this high, for starters, your potential return on investment is definitely limited. But potential short, if it does get this run, potential short at that all-time high price. I'm just gonna say that right now. That's MCK. Medifast really looks like it wants to break over top of this price right here. It tried today at one point, just got rejected. Plenty of buyers still looking for this. This looks like it is going to eventually break out of this price right here. It's already telling you it's got some sort of channel. Give or take, it could be trying to set up a channel to the upside right here, but you do have a gap fill of 170 and a half, so there's potential with it for sure. MO, we talked about this on live stream, looks good for a potential short down to these low 40s. If it breaks this downtrend though, potentially these prices in the 70s again by the end of the year. Calling it right now. MOS, not yet. These oil plays, man. This is MPC. Really setting up to turn bullish. We'll take a look at oil before this stream ends. But definitely setting up bullish. And I say that because we set a close positive. We're already positive. We're above the EMA. And it didn't even, with a red candle like this, it didn't even have the strength to get down to this gap. 116 and a half, have it marked on your chart. If you see this start turning into a short-term U shape, boom, all it would take, and gonna go retest this high price. Moderna trying to eventually set this double bottom and curl back up. Does have a nice cone pattern right here. MRO, we were trading this today for an early breakout. I am aware that this is for an early breakout, but we did get good action off of this gap fill. Still setting it close above 27. That 27 has been where the fight is every single day for the last 3 days. Just trying to fight to stay over 27. All it would take is for it to take out this wick high price, and that's a 27.50 break. And you could probably run MRO back up for the top right here. Got a nice uptrend. This uptrend leads all the ways back over here. Now it looks a lot better, doesn't it, guys? Now I'll zoom out even further. Let's go to a month chart. Zoom out even further. This could be setting up to potentially break for a new high. Boom. Where is this extension going to be at? Top of the move, bottom of the move. We're talking about potentially buying something that could be 150 bucks 5-10 years from now. I don't know what the time frame is, guys, but doesn't look half bad. I'm trading it. That doesn't mean you have to trade it. I think it looks pretty good. MRO definitely needs to be on our chart for tomorrow. When is this going to come and retest the downtrend? Fairly parallel channel to the downside. We put contact into this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tried to a 6th time. Starting to turn back positive on our 25 commodity. Our 50 commodity is still negative 40. We did fill the gap on Tuesday. You can see we tried to fill the gap. Today we set a close right at the gap. Open price. Fairly parallel. Open price above this downtrend. You can probably mark it in, put another order off the gap, because it just so happens that our close price is just over 14. MRVI. Let's go look at what that did in the aftermarket, because MRVI. Oh, look at this, guys. This has got to be on watch for tomorrow. It's going to gap up 2.25%. So let's run this through. We're already looking for a breakout high price of right here. This is exactly where we're gapping up to. It's going to trade down, probably tap the top end of this downtrend, and try to fill this gap. It's going to fail to get down to 14. And it's going to start turning bullish, I would say. You know, just watch for it. I don't have a crystal ball, but up 2% after hours right now. Telling you. Watch out for that one. We are going to leave that one up on our chart. SGM. Yeah, this one is just dead. This one's done for. Just went negative negative on a day chart. Is it actually going to set a higher low right here? What do you guys think? No chance, right? It's getting ready for another leg down. Mooin, we are still holding a piece of Mooin. I did have some cuts today. I was diamond handing this. Thought about selling some here, but I knew that this was going to try. It was going to try. But potential breakout price, it already has this gap filled. Potential run 60 cents, this high price right here. Breakout is right above that. Neo is going to continue to be on the chart for today. Let's just clear everything. Just went positive, positive. Gaps up, fills the gap. Gaps up, fills the gap. You know, is it going to gap up again tomorrow? I don't know. We'll see. But we are getting a close positive, positive. Pullback price maybe down below here if you want to run a deep stop. That is taking a hit. That is taking a hit, but is this bottom going to hold? You got a nice uptrend right there. You could say 1050 if you wanted to run a tighter stop. We are going to keep Neo up. New, got a nice fill on New. Bought the consolidation red day, gaps up, stays bullish, breaks the downtrend now. How is he going to act with this 55? I am diamond handing a little bit of this, but if this gets over 55.70, this is going to go retest all-time highs, I think. It's possible that it can do that, but has a nice uptrend. Go to a month chart on this, respecting this. Potential double top into this, so got to see which direction that's going to go still. But it doesn't look that bad. Nice U shape. Breakout price on this. The long's already in, so I mean, this isn't anything that I'm going to be messing with, but they are getting paid. When do they get in? Here's your break. Positive, positive on this green candle. Buy the consolidation, put your stop in. Holds, holds. Now you're getting paid. This is positive. It is respecting that downtrend though. Potential breakout of this downtrend, but you do have a neckline down here at 68. So, gotta see which way this is gonna go. If it wants to break out on top of this, potential play. OLN doesn't look half bad. Doesn't have much buying pressure though. You would think a candle like this, gap up, it'd get more volume, but it does fill this gap. If it trades down, holds this EMA, starts curling up, doesn't look half bad. Open, getting ready to go positive, positive. OVV, nope. OXY, about to go positive, already positive. Another oil play, watch out for oil tomorrow. PFE, looks like a continuation short. You know, it could have, if this were to push up to like 49, the shorts are going to look to continue to add to that position. So watch out on PFE. A little bearish on PFE. Pfizer. Not there yet. Pins. We do have a confirmed break of the downtrend finally. And we are going to diamond hand a lot of this position. Could it pull back into these previous highs right here? Sure. But I think that this looks pretty good for a decent run. It's been trading sideways for a long time. We just went positive, positive. Really good action on today's candle. So we'll see how pins does. Look at this wedge pattern. PLTK. You guys find me anybody that is making calls like this right here. PLTK. Look at this wedge pattern that we're just finally starting to eke over a little bit. 950 price. You know, if it can push over top of this candle right here and show good strength, that just so happens to be right at a gap fill. So be careful with that. But this could be ready to potentially break out. PSTG still needs to start respecting this uptrend right here. But you know, a tracker share down off of this trend line might not be a half bad play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plenty of action off this uptrend. Pure storage. So what's our earnings looking like it's gonna be? Nice growth in earnings right here. We are gonna actually leave this one up. Pure storage. Pure storage. Yeah, we're gonna keep that on watch right there. PSX. Back test the neckline right there. Trying to hold above it. Looks a little bit bearish right now. Give it a couple days. This is about to go positive. PXD. Could be on watch tomorrow. Another oil play. Same charts here, guys. You see this? All it would take is for this to turn positive. Take out these highs. Looks good. PayPal. We traded PayPal today. Gaps up. We bought the gap fill. And we diamond handed a little bit. Didn't take any outs on it. I think it looks good for a potential gap up tomorrow. But we'll see. Definitely going to be one I'm going to have to keep up right here. QDEL. Trying to hold this channel right here. It's got to get back positive. It's got to hold this uptrend. But if this wants to start turning green, breakout price at 87. The shorts are just foaming at the mouth right now. Breakout price to the downside. If you had a position in this, there's your wick bottom. If it gives that up, watch out because here it's going to come on down. QRVO, great action. Open price falls, buyers buy it up, positive, positive, forming a nice U shape right here. Looks very good, respecting this uptrend and getting off of the downtrend. We push the downtrend, we back test the downtrend. Now we're building this U shape right here. Yeah, looks very good. Roblox, is it gonna confirm this type of uptrend right here? Have your outs. Have your outs. Potential outs into this downtrend right there. But we did just go positive. Look at that, guys. Positive, positive. Open price. If it opens down, watch out for the gap fire buyers at 32. And yeah, it doesn't look that bad. RHI just went positive, but right into a downtrend. Rig is tomorrow the day we break out on rig. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Long consolidation sideways here, right at this 550. We tapped into it. Potential breakout on rig. So, I could keep rig up, but we'll be able to see that if that's breaking out. SoFi, we got our position loaded up on SoFi. Potential nice U-shape forming right here. Holds the support. Got the breakout at the 490. Great green candle, and you can see that we have the buyers holding this above 5. Low of the day is 498. 498 low of the day. Buyers hold this up. So yeah, SoFi definitely should be on watch for tomorrow. Square, break of the downtrend, looks good for continuation. Potential gap down though. SWBI about ready to go positive. You got a screaming gap fill right there. Great action at the bottom end of this channel. Is it going to respect this longer term channel and eventually get down here? It's a question you have to ask yourself. You're right at the previous low. Look at this flat bottom breakdown. Boom! Right when it breaks that downtrend, shorts get in, shorts reload, shorts out, off the downtrend. Hopefully they had outs there. If they were smart, they'd have outs. But where do we come down to? Here's our neckline. Nice double bottom. You retest the neckline. Could be a catalyst for this to turn bullish. You gap up. See how it acts with both of these. Here's your gap fill buyers on this day. Stays bearish. Respects the downtrend of the descending channel. Yeah, if this ends up breaking this downtrend, that's going to be a nice payday. TNet just staying bullish. No need to even do anything with the position. Potential breakout right here. Run up to the gap. 76.50 out on TNet is what you should be looking for. TripAdvisor, we just went positive, but pretty big disconnect from our EMA. We're going to watch this one play out a little bit more. TSN, Tyson's Foods, positive, positive. Gives you that opportunity to buy it. And yeah, very good close, I would say. Let's actually go to a 15-minute chart. Where could you have reloaded back in? Fakes people out on this first start. Starts to try and build a nice bull flag right here. Goes back positive. Here is your cross back positive. As soon as it takes out this high, you can mark it in, break a 56.50, and look at how it closes. Just completely bullish on the day. Like, come on, guys. Come on, look at that. Gorgeous entries if you're paying attention to Tyson's Foods. Yeah, looks bullish to take out that high right there. We'll keep TSN up actually. VOL looking bullish. Oil plays, energy plays. On watch tomorrow. We just went positive, positive. Good continuation probably for tomorrow. But you gotta watch out for this downtrend. I'm sure people have it marked probably something like that. You might have some people marking it like this. But I'd respect both of them probably. VTRS, nope. Warner Bros. A little bit of a bearish close. We had some outs at the end of the day. WSM. God, I'm kicking myself. Look at where we open, right at this wick top right here. Got so much shit going on that you can't find the dandies of a play. Gives you no dip buy opportunity to fill this gap. The entry, as soon as you go positive on the day chart, you should have it identified. Here's your entries. Here's your entries. I'm not here to freaking take them. I miss out on this, and look at it. It's building a nice U shape right here. I'm not going to touch it. It looks beautiful, but I'm kicking myself for not taking entries on this down here. So, already missing out on 7% of the trade. Yeah. Man. Bullish break through the downtrend. It's not a gap up over it. WY. So I already have this marked as potential out. 80% to the upside right there on your first out. Probably could have some outs in the 33s. But not a terrible look. It is respecting that channel pretty well. So we go to a month chart. How accurate is this channel set? I don't know. But fairly parallel channel that you have right there. Is it going to retract back down to this? I don't know. That's the T steel oil play. Oh, it's on a month chart. Oh, let's go back a few. Yeah, let's leave this one up on. WY. Zillow, man. Sometimes you just wish you just took the break right when it turns positive. Look at this. Another one I'm just kicking myself. Would have been beautiful entries right here off of either of these wicks. Already missing out on 20%. Man, this is what I'm talking about right there. Zoom. I still think Zoom has a chance. If it gaps up, this looks exactly like Zillow. Let's go back to Zillow. Boom, boom. A little bit different. This is a very extremely bullish close right here. You have the increasing volume right there. Let's go look at Zoom again. Putting wicks into the previous high. Zoom has a pretty good chance here, I would say. Now it also looks like a descending channel right here. If this is how this channel is panning out, potential 35% run to the top end of this channel. Holding this support very well. You know, watch out if it gives up this support. I'm telling you right now. But this is a nice Christmas tree look. Potentially your consolidation buy for BHG. Here's your penny stock, guys. I only got one of them here on my watch list, besides the Moulin, I guess. But any type of dip down into like 75 and gets good action, this could eventually take out this top and be ready for a bull run up to, you know, you got a gap. Couple of gaps right here from 75. Man, that'd be a rip right there, boys. So yeah, BHM on your watch. We'll leave that one up there. And And that's what we got. So we are gonna leave this what we got here for tomorrow's trading day. So to recap what we've gone over: ALSN, ALSN, AutoNation, AN, Boyd Gaming Corporation, BYD, Compass Incorporated, COMP, Pacer US Cash Cows, COWZ, FVRR, HPQ, INVA, LITE, LUMN, Macy's, Marathon Oil, Moravia Life Sciences, MRVI, Neo, INO, Pure Storage, PSTG, PayPal, PYPL, SoFi, SOFI, Tyson's Foods, TSN, WYBHG, and that's what we got. We'll see. I will try the live stream for about an hour tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoy the content. We'll see you on the next one.